Friends, I don't know about you, but I have enough problems. I don't need any more. I am not in the business of looking for and investing in problems. Instead, I am looking for and investing in solutions. This problem solution journey is one each and every one of us embarks on daily. And when it comes to book marketing, it should be a meaningful one found in our messaging and in our inbound marketing efforts. In episode 11.2, the previous episode from this one, we discussed the questions your readers are asking. And guess what? It's time for you to answer them. In today's episode, we are digging into not just what to answer, but really how to do so your target readers find you and learn from you and invest in you. Ready to learn more? Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Stephanie Feger, and Empower is my middle name. Well, not really, but it should be. I believe that empowered people empower people, and I'm obsessed with empowering you, the nonfiction author, with impactful marketing strategies and tactics to help you take your important message and share it with those who desperately need it, want it, and here's the kicker, will buy it. I'm the owner and chief strategist of the Empower PR Group and the author of 3 books myself, including my newest one, Make Your Author Impact. Sell more books, increase your reach, and achieve your why. I have been called to merge my love for reading books, writing books, and marketing books to help nonfiction authors like you with laser-focused strategies and tactics to write books that sell, promote books to those who need and want them most, and build meaningful businesses from empowering messages. Think of this podcast as your one-stop shop for marketing insights from an author who has been there, done that, and understands exactly where you are because guess what, friends? I do. So get your pens ready because I'm ready to empower you. This is the Empowered Author Podcast. If Jay-Z had 99 problems, I'm sure we do too, friends. Seriously, though, every moment of every day, we are faced with problems of all shapes and sizes. Here are some that I have recently navigated. Problem number 1, how do I feed a family of 5 in a way that is cost-effective and healthy? And what is healthy anyways? I mean, is it gluten-free or dairy-free or grain-free or organic or sugar-free? Or after all of that, is there any food after all the free? I don't know, right? It makes me want to scream. Question number 2, or problem number 2, how do I manage all the moving pieces in my personal and professional life without imploding? And how do I do it in a way where my family knows about it, specifically my husband? And problem question number 3, how do I continue to take notes? Because I'm that person that needs to write things down in a digital world. And if I'm not doing it that way, how do I not lose all my notebooks and pens and all the things? And how do they not get stolen by my littles, right? These are problems. And obviously, these problems are ones I've Googled and searched because companies have come to my saving grace offering me solutions. Let me share. For my first problem about trying to find healthy options for our family and realizing that I can't get to the grocery regularly and navigate all the decisions of home cooking, I started searching for solutions. And right now, my family's enjoying some HelloFresh meals. It's our first time trying something that is a shipped box of food, and we're really liking it. I'm not sure it's where we'll land forever, but it's a step in our current journey to get to healthier options, which I know exist. Problem number 2 is trying to navigate all the moving pieces. So when I started looking for project management solutions, I uncovered ClickUp, which is the tool that I use in my business now, and it saves the day. It's its own superhero. And I use it personally too, which I think my husband likes, kind of, maybe not, but still, we're able to get him in there and we're able to figure out some solutions, which is a win. My problem number 3 is all about note taking. And I just can't be the person to type my notes. I have to write them out. Well, when I started looking for solutions, The Remarkable found me. And I have been using it for many years now and love it. The Remarkable is my most favorite part of my business investment. And it is something I think everybody who likes to take handwritten notes should get. Now, some of these strategies that these companies used were outbound marketing strategies, knowing my search using SEO and doing ads accordingly. But they all really leveraged what we're talking about today, which is the they ask you answer approach, meaning they uncovered my problem and then they came to the day and saved it for me by offering a solution. And I want you to do the same for your readers and your clients and really anyone who is suffering out there trying to find a solution to a very annoying problem that you have already fixed. So, we have been in this season really digging deep into Marcus Sheridan's book, They Ask You Answer. And in his book, he highlights a handful of questions every consumer has. And I really think the majority of them are relevant to our work as authors and authorpreneurs too. So, last episode, we highlighted them a bit, but this episode, I'd like to take us a bit deeper and talk about how to answer those typical questions. Answer number one. I feel like I have to sing money, money, money. Like, I think it's all around money. See, people are fearful about money and we're always talking about it. How much will something cost? Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, most people start searching online to see if they can find the price point of something. But what is extremely depressing is when you can't find it. I don't know about you. It's depressing to me when I can't find it and I go looking. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you want get to take advantage of a coaching offer with somebody, but when you go to their website, all you get is a long salesy landing page and you're not going to get an answer to the price point unless you get on the phone call, and then you're going to be pushed in a corner to make a decision in the next 30 minutes. Like, that is an old way of marketing, friends, that does not work. I do not want you to do that. And all it does is it leaves people frustrated. It also has your potential client over here thinking that they can't afford working with you, even if they probably could, but you've just been hiding the number. Don't hide it. Don't. That will impact your trust. In fact, Marcus in his book shares that you are likely thinking when you get to this place, listen, I'm the customer. I'm the one with the money. It's mine. I want to know how much this costs. Just tell me. And the more frustrating part is we know that they know how much it costs, but they aren't telling us. And that's a problem. It is a massive problemo when it comes to the trust factor. So don't do it. Share it. There's lots of benefits on why you should share your costs. When you share your pricing, not only will it help people up the trust factor with you, but then they already know if they can afford you or not before you ever get on a phone call. It also will lead to less potential emails and calls with people who aren't your ideal client, saving you time and money. Also, when you share your pricing, what you're doing is you're making those hard pricing conversations not so hard because they already know what the pricing is. And if you have a price point that feels on the high end, that's okay. Share what all is included. People love that and are grateful for it and will still invest in you. Finally, if you are worried about your competitors finding out what your pricing is, listen, stop living in scarcity. They already know. My friend, they've already know. Move on. They're moving on. You move on. It's not worth worrying about. They're not the ones investing in you anyways. When you answer the money questions for your potential clients, what you're doing is you're qualifying them first and you're saving everybody time and energy. Answer number two, problems upon problems upon problems. People are fearful of things going wrong instead of things going right. Even if you are an optimist, we all have problems and we're all human. And so, because of that, we aren't perfect. The same is true in our business or our book's message or more. So, how can we turn these problems, these weaknesses, into strengths? Well, Marcus shares in his book as some encouraging words, and I really liked them. He encourages us to just address the elephant in the room head on. And in doing so, what we also are doing is deepening trust with those looking to work with us. Let me share an example. I have had the pleasure of working with an author who wrote a book about hormone replacement therapy. There are lots of mixed reviews about hormone replacement therapy, especially since the media has it a bit skewed and they don't always share all the right things, right? So she knows this and she has a rebuttal to the worry. In fact, she incorporates it deeply into her book and her messaging. And what she shares is there's a difference between synthetic hormones and bioidentical ones. Once I uncovered that, my worry about hormone replacement therapy was lifted. It was looked at differently. And I know it is for many other people because she knows this is a question people have, a worry they have. And so she answers it quickly, noting the concerns and worries and helping her readers and her clients work through them. And everyone walks away with more confidence in her message. Marcus shares two things that are really awesome that I love and I have to share with you all. He says, you can either allow the consumer to discover your elephants themselves and in turn lose trust in you, or the minute they walk in the front door, you can say, hey, here's our elephant. Got a problem with it? I love that. Turn your problems into strengths. Now, to do so, I want you to take a minute and reflect on what your clients have shared with you in some feedback. What are some of the concerns or negatives that they've experienced with your services or your message or your book? And what is your competition saying out there, too? Knowing your answer to those questions will help you address them honestly, and you should be addressing them. I am going to actually share another example of how we do this in our own business around marketing plans. So, early when the Empower PR group was formed, we would spend a lot of time working on these marketing plans as a part of a different program that we had. It was one piece of that puzzle. And they include us reading the book from cover to cover, doing hours upon hours of research and analyzing target audiences and everything in between. Probably more hours than I'll care to admit. But listen, the real good, juicy goodness takes time. And I now realize that we needed to make it clear that this time is not just warranted, but necessary. Many of our competitors don't ever read the books that they market. In fact, I know very few, if any, that do. So it is really our secret sauce. And because of that, it helps us better know the author's message at deep, deep levels. So now what we do is we openly talk about the importance of the time it takes for us to read the book and develop the plan. Because how can you get from point A to point B without a GPS? Okay, the third answer out there is this comparison game. So people are constantly comparing themselves to each other. Thank you, Instagram and filters. For businesses to one another. Thank you, the internet and everything in between. And let's be honest, they're comparing books too. Some questions you may hear your target reader or clients asking could include things like this. Why would I buy this book over that one? Why should I invest in your service over another's? What makes you different than them? Knowing what these comparisons are and that they are happening are important because they can help you honestly answer them. Here are some things I want you to consider when you're thinking about the comparison journey. First of all, just know comparison doesn't have to be a bad thing. Many times that what I have found even in my own business that comparisons just prove that you aren't, comparing apples to apples, right? So it doesn't have to be bad. But I do want you to consider how could you offer your own comparisons, outlining the pros and the cons of you and other people without downplaying anyone and letting it be a win-win. Kind of like how I talk about how we read authors' books. That pushes us to be different from other people. That's a comparison. I highlight that, use that as a strength. Don't let your readers or clients look elsewhere for these comparisons. Offer it. Like create a checklist. This is what you get. This is what you don't get. This is what you get here. This is what you won't get here with others. The more you answer honestly, the more your clients, readers, and search engines will love it. Alrighty, another question number 4, that really aligns with the blue ribbon and best in class. Okay, reviews matter. We already know that. I don't have to tell you that. You know book reviews matter. But are you using them? People want to know what they are investing in and ensure that it's worth their time and their money. No one buys anything online without looking at reviews, especially books. I'm just saying. So, reviews, awards, testimonials, and more, they answer the question that others have of your thought leadership. It answers the question, why you? So, what is it like to work with you? Oh, I don't know. Testimonials will share that. Will the book be worth my time? Great question. Reviews will tell you. What is the best book to read in this genre? Hmm, maybe the book awards will be a solution to provide and uncover that answer. There are a couple things to consider here when we're talking about reviews, testimonials, and awards, and they come down to these. It's how do you get them and how do you use them? So, to get them requires some work, friends. You need to ask people for reviews. I'm telling you, it is hard to get people to give positive reviews. We are a culture of complainers, not a culture of builder uppers. I want to be the latter, though, so let's work on that, people. So ask people for reviews, put it in your email signatures, put it on social, ask people you know that read it. Really ensure that people know the value of a review and ask for it. In regards to testimonials, I found once I created a cycle where they were baked into how we work with our customers and our clients and our authors, it became easy. So I want you to consider a cycle where testimonials are part of that whole customer experience and the client experience that you offer. And to get awards, you have to likely apply for them. So make sure that you are applying for awards and find the right ones. Then make sure that you use your reviews and testimonials and awards. Incorporate them into your website, incorporate them into your content, incorporate them into your blogs and social media. Use them as a benefit for you because they are, and they will help in your inbound marketing strategy. You know the core question themes people search, but go back to the list of questions you jotted down last episode that are unique to you and your message. From there, I would love for you to identify the honest, truthful, and genuine answers to each. Don't hold back. Be you and remember, people invest in people. The next episode in this season, we will be using those answers and the ones highlighted together to determine how to share your content to pull people to you. So for now, I just want you to enjoy swimming in solutions. By the sound of it, I think you have a lot. If you'd like help crafting an inbound marketing strategy, I'd love to help. Visit empowerprgroup.com/connect and let's schedule a free 15-minute chat so we can determine what your problems are and how we can be a part of your solution. Author friend, thank you for listening today and for saying yes to becoming empowered. As you know, I'm a believer that empowered people empower people. I've empowered you. Now it is your turn. Go out there and empower others.